Thanks, Chair, and
Okay,
obviously
thank you.
welcome this very, very important debate. And I think just transition is not only a national policy, but it's an international policy. And it's that kind of phrase that environmentalists use, and I think it's a great phrase, that acting local, and we have to think global, because everything that we do locally is everything that we do globally. And for a just transition, we need environmental space that is as of our place where we live, and the country that we live, and also the world that we all share. And that kind of policy is very, very important, Minister, as you know, because to tackle the environmental damage that continues to be done and that has been done, we need to be radical about what we do individually, collectively, and kind of politically. I just want to kind of speak about one thing in relation to just transitions, about the retrofit programme, and I think it's very important. I want to speak from a personal experience. The estate that I'm living in Clondalkin, they applied for the Community Energy Grant Scheme, so it's a collection of 40 houses in Clondalkin, and I have to say, a deep retrofit of a house is revolutionary, and it has transformed in relation to energy bills and so forth. So in an ideal world, if everybody got that done, it would be really, really good, fantastic. But obviously that's not going to be possible, because obviously it takes time to retrofit houses and so forth. Just to give you some stats of kind of, I suppose, the challenge, particularly around local authority houses. So for South Dublin County Council, there's just under 10,000 houses, and last year South Dublin County Council done less than 1% of the houses. Now, obviously, if you do the maths, that's going to take decades. It's wrapped up this year. It's 200, 250, but again, that will take a considerable amount of time. And some of the reports that I've heard, again, I'm not kind of saying that in relation to the estate that I'm from, but it has been kind of haphazard in relation to some of the works been done, and that could be a problem in relation to the standard of the retrofit, and that could be problematic not only in the present but in the future. And I think, Minister, the retrofit programme needs to be extended to everybody, and I think it's important, even regardless of your means. Because asking people to put 50 grand up front, that's a huge amount of money, and a lot of people cannot afford that. So I think that can be a barrier towards retrofitting. In Italy at the moment, most people, the vast majority of people, will get a retrofit programme completely free of charge in relation to their home. So the Italian government are putting out a policy in relation to retrofitting, and I think that's it's good that there is no kind of financial impediments in relation to retrofitting. So I think, Minister, retrofitting is I think it's one of the cornerstones of a just transition. Everybody has been lucky to have a house in this country, whether it's a local authority or private, but our kind of energy bills and our carbon footprint needs to be kind of it needs to be smaller, and through the retrofit programme I think that can be kind of that can be kind of challenged and it can be addressed. But I think we need to be more ambitious in relation to how it's state-led rather than a kind of looking for the private, the private invisible hand to kind of address them issues. I think that can be problematic in relation to kind of the amount of particularly local authority houses that can be done at the present, because the figures at the moment, Minister, it will take decades before the last person on that list his house is retrofitted, and it can make a huge difference, an enormous difference to somebody's home where their bills are really high, particularly around winter time. And if you're in a situation where kind of you're facing a kind of fuel poverty, people can be spend multiples of cash in relation to energy bills, and if they had their house retrofitted, it means it's a no-brainer. Their bills will go down in relation to cash that they're spending, and also the environmental damage that is done. So let's pause for thought. Thank you.